Great and beautiful morning, folks. It's Tony here at the Essence of Travel and Discoveries. Um, I'm coming to you because there's a lot happening in this world, and today we were going to talk about preparing for fall travel and some tips and all that stuff. Talking with my team, we're not going to do that today. Um, there are some significant issues going on right now in our world, our country, our own communities, and it's upsetting. It's upsetting. No matter what side of the fence you're on, nobody's going to win on this fight. Not at all. I understand that dock workers are fighting for their supposed fair share and all that stuff. 77% increase is nothing but selfishness, but that's my own opinion. Um, excuse me. However, the real focus today is you, our followers, our subscribers, our family. Where does this leave everybody? Now, I'm not going to go over statistics. I'm not going to go over what's current events and all that stuff. I want to help you stay in a right frame of mind. Want you to concentrate, stay focused. Because right now, this is nothing more than the devil dancing in your backyard and having a heyday with it because he knows it's going to get to you. Give you some pointers here in a second, but when it comes to your family, your frame of mind, the key is not to panic. The key, because this is exactly what the ones that are causing it, whether it's the strike or whether it's political division, it doesn't matter. The ones that are, giving out the threats and excuse me, and all this stuff, you're if you panic, you're given in to them, and it just furthers their cause. As you know, here at the Essence of Travel and Discoveries, we are a neutral company. Everybody has their opinion, everybody has their belief. But one thing people don't have is a respect for one another. And I'm really saddened every moment that you go out and you're not seeing all the kindness that's out there. And I'm going to get to that in a second. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of pushing and shoving and cutting in line. And I'm using those terms broadly. What does this mean for you, though, and your family? Well, it's an opportunity for change. It's an opportunity for meditation. It's an opportunity to protect your family and yourself by self-preservation to not let those outside forces get to you. I hope this makes sense. Um I'm not here to push any specific religion. I'm not here to push an agenda. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to tell you what to do. What I'm doing is recommending to help stay in that good frame of mind. Your family depends on it. You yourself, believe it or not, you depend on it too. We need to focus. We need that connection to what other to our faith, but that we're going to get through this. We need to all stay strong. When you go to the supermarket, don't panic shop. Get your basic needs. Your needs will be met. But if you panic buy, other people see that. They're going to react in panic as well. It's a known fact. Back many years ago, matter of fact, over 30, wow, it's 31 years ago, I was chief of a local volunteer fire department. And one of the things that I always had done, because I was taught by some incredible mentors as I was a young lad growing up and coming from a family of firefighters, um, was calm. They look to you for that calm. You know, People that are panicking, they look to, hey, you're going to put my fire out, you're going to rescue my family members. Excuse me, you're going to do whatever you can to save my life, my family's life, my property, whatever it may be. And they look for calm. Now, you wonder, well, where's the connection between firefighters and this? Well, I'm trying to put you in the mentality of a firefighter for a minute, in the thought process is always to remain calm so that they, first responders, can act accordingly to take care of the situation, keep everybody calm, um, and healing can prevail. So over the years, we get people that, and I'm using this as an example because I went through this for many years in the department, but folks would be on the radio and they would be like, the excitement you can hear, the adrenaline is flowing. Um, doesn't mean they're right or wrong. It just means that that's how they were handling that situation. Well, myself as a chief leading officer of the department would remain this level in conversation through the radio, even if there was flames blowing out of a second floor window and people needed to be rescued. Remaining calm. Remaining calm at the height of any emergency, no matter what it is paramount. You have to. And that's why I'm coming to you today to say to you, think like a firefighter. Think like someone leading. Be the leader of your family, be the leader of your friends. Help keep everything calm. If they see you're excited, they look up to you. They look up to you with, you know, in some cases, there's families that look up to a family member where the sun rises and sets on that person. Whoops, sorry. It sets on that person. And that's great. But then that person who is held in such high regard and high esteem, it is your job to remain calm, not panic shop, not panic what's going on, but have a plan. Have a plan. Be prepared. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to be some college wizard or anything like this. No, it's simple. Remain calm. When you communicate, don't communicate in any way, shape, or form that's getting someone that you know is going to get them excited. Especially don't do it for a personal agenda because right now, one main thing that everybody needs to understand, and let me be clear in this, the situation that's going on right now with that strike, although it affects every American and what they're doing, I do not agree with. But we need to remain calm because they know their thing is you need us before we need you. Well, that's not how it works. We need to remain calm. if we're getting all excited and we're trying to, and we're having conversation that leads into argument or starts a debate, goes to argument, next thing you know, violence happens and everything else because they lost control. Folks losing control because they're not staying calm. This is a situation the American people cannot change. It's not up for vote, nothing like this. This is merely people that are trying to exercise their union right, and not in a good way, not in a good way at all. We do not agree with it. But us as Americans need to stay calm and not debate something we do not have any power to change whatsoever. Their mind's made up. They're doing what they feel they need to do. Well, then you and I, for our families, need to do what we need to do. We need to make sure that we do not panic. We need to make sure that there is calm. We need to stick together. Somebody else isn't doing it. We need to stick together as communities and stay united, not divided. There's so much crap going on in this world right now, especially our own country. In many ways, it's a complete embarrassment on how we are conducting ourselves. It's like watching a child in a room having a temper tantrum. Don't let this get to you. Do not let it get to you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I don't have a license. I'm not a psychiatrist, not a psychologist or something like this, but it's so imperative to keep a calm mindset. You know, the other thing too is don't look to drugs, to alcohol, to substance abuse as a way to escape what's going on. Because if you do that, you're causing harm to yourself. You're letting that side win. And at the end of the day, you wake up from whatever you are putting yourself into, whether it's an unconscious state, a drug induced state, a alcohol blur, whatever it may be. You're just causing harm to yourself, but you're also causing harm to your family because they see who they look up to break down. It's so imperative we remain calm. Don't look to those things as releases, because you know what? If you think it's going to release you from anything and that you're going to wake up and all this is going to be gone, it's like poof, magic. No, you're going to wake up and you're going to repeat that cycle every moment of every day. And then it's going to become to a point where there is a point of no return, which results in a fatality. Please don't do that. If you are scared, if you are nervous, um, I'm just typing in here right now. I want to share this with everybody. Um, Crisis hotline from any phone. First of all, if you feel that you are um, in immediate danger to yourself, please contact 911. If you want someone to talk to, the crisis hotline right here, help is available, is 988 from any phone. I believe that covers everything. Uh, share this here. If I can share the screen. Where is it here? Where's the number? Um, yeah, it looks like that 988 is the number. Um, but here's I'm going to share the screen with you. Hold on a sec. Let's see what we got here. Window. All right. So you can see if need be and you want to call the 800 number, you can do that too. It's 800-273-TALK. Talk is 8255. Okay. So it's 800-273-TALK. Or again, um, they've now all have this where you could actually just call nice and simple is 988. Um, Folks, please, if you feel you're slipping, the folks on the other end of this that phone would much rather have conversation with you than attending your funeral. So please do not panic. Please keep this in check. Please do not let them get to you. Do not let already, because we know we're watching things. We're seeing things unfold before us right now. And as I scroll through TikTok, I'm looking at all this, and I've been out to the supermarkets. I'm watching people panic and just throw crap into the cart and Armageddon. Panicking. Stop panicking. These kind of things they take time, but they do work out. But if you panic in the meantime, just going to compound the problem. And the problem of what's happening with what's in your life is not going to affect them. They could give two craps about what happens, because if they cared, they would not be going after that significant of a raise and threatening to cripple the country. I mean, there's no person or person should ever have that kind of power. It just that's just terrible. Um, Again, I'm not saying to fight for what's right, but at the same time, we're being a bit unreasonable here, and now it's causing all kinds of other issues where people just want to work. They're already struggling as it is, and but but again, my concern is your excuse me, your mental health, and I know I'm here for you. You can email me too if you feel that you know maybe you just want to talk, but you don't want to talk to anybody in particular. I don't know. You can probably you again, crisis hotline is right there. Call them. These are highly trained folks. They're not reading off cue cards. They're not telemarketers. They're not going to pawn you off to somebody else. They're not going to try to sell you something you don't need. They are there to give you the time you need to talk and to get help. Please don't do anything harsh. Don't do anything rash. Talk to somebody first, please. Um, I'm I don't I don't know where this country is going, but I do know that I hold on to this because at the end of the day, I always say to people, because there's folks ask me all the time, well, how do you know heaven's for real? How do you know this? Well, based on my training, my experience with church and stuff like that, my faith leads me to believe there is a God, there is a heaven, and I would much rather go into death knowing or n- pretty much thinking, hey, there is a God, there is a heaven, and be prepared down here to go up there than to go up there or, go up there without any of that and then realize, oops, it is for real. And I just wasted my entire life. No, I'd much rather be prepared. Les Brown says, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and one not come than have an opportunity come and not be prepared. So that's with everything. Whether you are, you know, working 3 jobs, unemployed, um, whatever it is that you do or can't do or won't do or whatever it is, don't let this situation bring you down any further. Rise to the top. Be part of a solution. Solution, break that chain. Don't let people control who you are. Don't let people tell you or, you know, threaten you to, well, we're going to cripple this country. Well, good luck with that because if everybody stays strong, then your temper tantrum, it's like watching a child throw themselves on the floor, have a temper tantrum. And there's one of two ways you can handle it. You can try to coddle the child and, oh, it's okay. And, you have that bullshit parenting thing that's going on right now. Or you let the child be. At some point, the temper tantrum's going to stop. They're going to get up and they're going to move on. Same thing with this. Do not give in to any temptation from other individuals that allow you to be your joy stolen from you and make you feel less of a person because they're going to cause all this damage. Remember, the finger pointing at others, there's 3 other fingers pointing back at them. So when they say everybody else is to blame, corporations and all that, no, they're not. Sure, do they make billions? Yeah, well, they're the reason you have a job. Billions. Well, that's the reason we have the infrastructure we have. Hmm. Doesn't mean every corporation is squeaky clean and everything is just great and all that stuff. No, I wouldn't say that. But it is, I have to be careful what I say sometimes. Um, I'm not saying corporations are 100% right, but they're also not 100% wrong. Everybody in this playing field is 100% wrong. Now, the automation thing, well, I work with AI all the time. And I always said, and I said it in my videos too, embrace automation. These corporations, if you give them a reason to get rid of you, they will. Again, what are you doing? You're driving up the wages, you're driving up the costs. What do you think a corporation's going to do? They're not going to give in to you because they could close that corporation. All the top executives will be paid and the workers will get squat. When they do that and inflation rises, those dock workers are not exempt from paying the inflated costs. Well, you were on strike. You were trying to feed your family, so we're not going to charge you those higher prices. I'm not saying again to not fight for what's right, but to have the common sense to know the difference of fighting for what's right and from being selfish. And right now, selfishness is out of this world. The entire country is this way. The entire world's this way. We've lost the respect for one another that we need to get back. And the way to get it back is kindness. It's through your faith. Look up instead of looking down. Say something nice rather than something negative. Bad thought comes in your head, replace it with a good thought. Just keep that momentum going. You'll find your life to be completely different. It doesn't mean you're going to be a multimillionaire, and you could, sure, maybe, maybe not. My point is, there's a whole conversation in this video right here. Remain calm. Remain calm. Because if people see you're calm, again, the ones that look up to you, then they're going to stay calm. And then people that look up to them, see them being calm, they're going to remain calm. Lessens the panic. Eh, Here's another analogy for you. Go up and swat a beehive. Tell me what happens. Oh, you're going to piss off the bees. They're going to swarm around. They're going to sting you. But if you're calm and you walk away from it and leave it alone, what happens? Nothing. The bees go about their business. You go about your business. No harm, no foul. Everybody is happy. Nobody got stung. Nobody's hurt. You see where I'm going with this? You don't have to be a scholar to figure out common sense. Let's get back to respect. Let's get back to the love we have for one another and the return of kindness to each other. Because virtually what's happening right now, we're destroying each other from within. We're giving the devil what he's looking for. And we're giving in to the temptation of negativity, greed. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, folks. Again, National Hotline for Crisis Services. Again, I'll put this right up here on the screen for you real quick. Let me just put the window up. Boom. There. All right, right here. 988 988 from any phone. 988. If you're in immediate, feel you're going to immediately harm yourself, please reach out to 911 or 988. Please don't do something stupid. Don't take a permanent solution for a temporary problem and give anybody, I don't care who it is, don't give anybody the pleasure of taking away and driving you to the point where you can't deal with it anymore. As I said, with this group, nobody should ever have the power over that many people, entire country, entire world, to bring them to your knees. There's only one person that should be able to do that, and that's God. No human being. No human being. I don't care what political spectrum you're on, really don't care. There's no human being in this world back then, now, and in the future should ever bring another human being to their knees. Period. Don't let them. Stay strong, stay firm, be aware, and know that we love you here and everything you do matters. Went a little bit over on the video. Sorry about that. It's coming up on 30 minutes. Thank you, folks, for your time, and apologize for our morning coffee to be what it is, but this is something we felt that needed to be said, and we look forward to talking with you and getting back on track here. If there's anything you want to add to the comments, please do so down below. If you don't want anybody to know what your thoughts are and you want to keep your stuff private, no problem at all. Info at travelanddiscoveries.com. Info at travelanddiscoveries.com. You need to call us 716-288-6775. Phone's on 24/7, just like my email. I'll answer my email at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you're struggling, 988 or 911. folks, we love you. Thank you so very much for your time. May God bless you and your families. And believe me, we'll get through this. Talk to you soon.